Now, 4 British Christians have gone to the European Court of Human Rights appealing against what they see as religious discrimination in the workplace. They included check-in clerk who clashed with British Airways over wearing a cross, and a registrar who said she couldn't carry out civil partnerships. Andrew Marsh of Christian Concern believes their cases show Christianity itself is under threat in Britain.
Well, apparently it's inappropriate to show your Christian beliefs now, even at a Christian school. A group of girls at the Methodist Ladies' College in Melbourne were reportedly told by teachers to remove their Christian crosses because it could be offensive to students who weren't Christians.
A preacher detained by the Metropolitan Police has been awarded £2,500 for his wrongful arrest. Olawole Elisanmi was preaching outside Southgate Tube Station in North London when he was arrested after being falsely accused of committing a hate crime. Mr. Elisanmi was escorted to a police car and his Bible taken away from him. He was then driven several miles away before being de-arrested.
Take your life to the Lord Jesus Christ. What are you doing here? I am preaching. You are preaching. I'm going to require you to go away. You can never. Okay, then I will arrest you for a breach of peace. Plain and simple. What breach of peace? This is what you're doing at the moment. You're causing problems, you're disturbing people's days, and you're breaching their peace. Okay, so for that to be dealt with, if you won't go away voluntarily, we will have to arrest you. I will not go away because I need to tell them the truth. Because Jesus is the only way, the truth. Jesus is the only way, the truth, and the life.
I appreciate
and
that.
Nobody
wants to listen to that. They want you to go away.
Oh, you don't want to listen to that. You will listen when you are dead. You will listen when you are dead. You will listen. Take me. No. Don't take my Bible away. Don't take my Bible away. Don't take my Bible.
Gave you the simple option.
Don't take my Bible away.
Shouldn't be arrested for preaching about Jesus Christ. Now, what are my charges? I wonder if someone from the higher office would come down here and show some respect and tell everyone on camera what is my charges. Because there's many accusations online. Everyone's a journalist on the internet. My charge is saying, God bless you. My charge is saying, turn to Jesus Christ. And my charge is saying about the Palestinian and the Jews that we need to pray for both sides, not one side. Apparently that's a racism charge.
So you're the police telling me that saying God bless you can cause someone distress?
Okay, but if you were to say that to someone who, for example, is a Muslim, and if you're going into their face and then saying that to them, knowing that they have their own beliefs, then yes, that is.
And you work for the police?
Yeah, of course.
If you preach in here, it also depends on what you say. You might be committing criminal offences as well. If you make members of the public harassment, alarm, distress, it's a criminal offence.
I'm aware of that. Yeah, so that's all. We're not really doing that. What we're doing is about preaching our religion.
Okay, could you just tell me what you were saying?
So we're saying Jesus is the only way. We'll call this. We're saying, you asked me what I've been preaching. So we've been preaching about the gospel of Jesus Christ. The Bible says in the book of John, chapter 3, verse 16, that for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only begotten Son, that whosoever, that is any person, doesn't matter if they're black, white, homosexual, drunken, liar, thief, prostitute, whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but he sent his Son into the world that all can be saved. And that is the message of the gospel. That's what we've been preaching.
You're going about, you're a preacher, you've got an established church in Uxbridge, in West London, you're preaching from the gospel. 5 police officers.
5 police officers to intimidate me and try and stop me.
And I'll get my words out in a second. Had they been called by somebody? Were they walking past?
So allegedly they said that a member of the public called them saying that I've been saying some homophobic behaviour, which is absolutely not the case. And then when I questioned the police officer about this, he was saying that he's not met the victim, but he's heard that they said this, so he wanted to demand my details and demand information from me. When I began to question him politely, he began to get more aggressive and threatened to arrest me.
Are you praying? I might be praying in my head.
So I'll ask you once more, will you voluntarily come with us now to the police station for me to ask you some questions about today and other days where there are allegations that you've broken public space protection?
If I've got a choice, then no.
Okay, well then you're under arrest.
Miss, you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church grounds, by the way.
So it happened right here. This is where she stood in front of me. The two officers are standing here. And yeah, I was just sitting here performing and that's happened. Amazing grace.
You're not allowed, she just said you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church.
Outside of church grounds, unless you have
That's a load of
authorized by the church.
I was singing, just doing what I usually do. In the middle of my song, she basically stormed up to me, stood in front of me, quite confrontational, quite aggressive, and she basically said to me, stop. So I stopped, and she told me I have to pack up and leave, or she's going to seize my equipment. I was mid-song. She didn't even let me finish my song. Like, just came, stood in front of me, and was like, stop. People were really upset. People were saying, please let her sing, we want to hear her. And she was just saying that I'm not allowed to sing church songs outside of church.
I set up my video because I like to record the event that's happened, both to encourage the church as a record for myself, and also as it happens, in case something untoward happens, you've got it on video, which is why we have a record of what happened on that day.
It's a privilege to be here. My name is Dominic, and I'm a local minister.
It's actually very rare that the police have any problem with what I do. It's if anyone in authority, it's normally council people. But in this case, on this occasion, I could tell that this policeman was wanting to put a stop to what I was doing.
I'm going to have to ask you to move on. Well, I don't have to move on. I've done this all over the county. I've done this all over the country. I don't want this to start becoming an issue, because I'm going to need you to move on. I'm going to need you to produce some paperwork to say that you were told to do that here.
After a little bit of a kind of back and forth, a little bit of antagonism, but relatively peaceful, he said, okay, well, you can have a few minutes. And I think he gave me 3 minutes or something. Well, less than the time that the policeman had given me, he quite a lot before the time actually that he had allowed me to speak, he said, time's up. And as I was wrapping it up, he proceeded to mount my vehicle in a kind of quite an aggressive way, really, as it basically to put a stop to it, and prove that point by grabbing me by the wrist.
In this hour, and I'm finishing with this, we need to not fear man, we need to fear God. May God bless you. Have a great afternoon. Thanks so much.
Are you aware that you're breaching the public protection order?
I'm not, no.
Will you move from here to outside of the exclusion zone?
I don't believe I need to.
Okay. If not, why are you not willing to move outside of the exclusion zone?
Because I don't believe I need to. I believe I've got a right to be here.
Okay. Right. If you believe that you're present to protect in any form, obviously we're going to need to issue with a fixed penalty notice.
Sorry, can you explain that again?
Yes. If you believe that you're present to protect in any form.
If I believe what? Sorry.
If you believe that you are present to protest.
No, I'm not here to protest. No.
Right. Well, you're in the PSPO. You're breaching it.
I'm in the zone.
Yes.
But I'm not protesting.
Yes. So you're going to be given a fixed penalty notice today. Okay. That'll be given to you with the offence and failure to comply with the public space protection order and the antisocial behaviour Private Policing Act 2014. And my colleague's going to issue with the ticket.
Just to make it clear, I'm not protesting. Okay.
But you know you can't. I'll just point out the things that you've seen up.
I know there's a zone here, but I'm not protesting within the zone. I'm just silently praying.
Just wanted to sort of come over and just say hello in the first instance, but sure. Also just inquired into your activities today.
Well, I'm praying.
Just for your awareness, you are in an area which is governed by a public space protection order. I don't know if you're aware.
I am aware.
Of that public space protection order. They also call it a safe zone. There are signs located in the area just to make you aware of that and the area where certain activities are prohibited.
Sure. Yeah.
In terms of that, can I ask what is the nature of your prayer today?
What is the nature of that? I'm praying for my son.
Police station.
Thank you.
959.
So what's this about then?
So it was just a few
I won't film
concerns.
you, I'll just get it recorded.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just a few concerns.
It's smelly right now, sorry.
It's alright.
He's like a mop, he just picks everything up.
It's lovely. What's his name?
Klaus. So why are you here today, sorry? No, you can all sit down, it's not a problem. You've literally just missed the missus and that. They've gone out like 10 minutes ago. Yeah. So what's the issue?
So it was just to, obviously what we've been told, that you might have a few concerns, a few things that are bothering you at the moment.
Yeah.
Whether there's
That's
anything
bothering everyone else in the country right now. So what are the concerns you're here for?
Why do you think we're here?
I don't know, what's the priest told you?
They're just, people have raised concerns.
What concerns?
About your views.
What
whether
views?
That you've got concerns about what's going on in Australia.
Yeah, so I'm an Orthodox Christian. Now you've turned up at my house because I went and see my priest. So I'm going to get you all on film because this is going straight to my solicitor.
So what are your concerns? Is there anything that we can help with?
No, firstly, I don't mean any disrespect to any of you. I don't want to sound abruptive. You can tell me why you're here.
So I think, as PC Sands explains, so there was a report about some beliefs being expressed. So the reason I'm here is because I work for the NHS, and if you're willing, I'm happy to talk and listen with you about
fine.
if you've got any concerns about your well-being.
No, I'm fine. I'm
so
fine.
Yeah,
Klaus, out. Sorry. No, because he's just jarring otherwise. You can sit down, mate. It's not an issue.
So my understanding is, now I'm not a police officer, I'm a nurse, so my understanding is...
So because I've questioned about the church not acting on the behalf of Christians, you're now turning up here with mental health nurses, assuming that I'm some right-wing nutter.
I think what I think I'm hearing now is we're not going to agree on different things. We're not here to agree on that. My role is just to see if you're okay. If you'd like any support.
No. So if you're here because of the conversation I had with the priest, because I said Christians need to take a stand, that now warrants 2 police officers and a mental health nurse coming around.
So what do you want to happen now? Should we pop away?
No, I want you to make a report up.
There's always reports.
That's
we
fine.
have to do a report.
So then the report will match everything that's on this call, on this video, won't it?
Well, it depends what you mean by report, but yeah, in terms of my outcome, it's going to be I encountered yourself. Weren't really willing to have a lengthy conversation.
I'm willing to have a lengthy conversation with you, but the fact that I've got 2 police officers, not PCSOs, officers, and yourself turn up because I said to my priest that someone's overheard half of a conversation that I said Christians should take, and I asked the priest, what do we do? And the priest said to me, I said, I'm not asking you to call for violence because I believe in Jesus. It's not the way we do things. We turn the other cheek. But I said to the priest, we can't keep turning the other cheek. We won't have a cheek to turn. Christian priest, Christian bishop nearly got murdered on a live stream, and our whole national media didn't even want to say what it was about. We're not even allowed an opinion, and you've just proved it by being here. No, it is. No, I'm sorry, that totally is. I'm not. You can't even have an opinion now without the police turning up. This is this is the police state. You've just proved everything that everyone's talking about right now has been proved for yourselves.
It's a shame that you feel that way, because it's not how
It's not how I feel. It's not about how I feel. It's actually happening because you're here. So it's not about feeling. It's actually happening, isn't it?
How convinced are you of that position that you've taken?
What position?
Well, that us being here confirms that.
The fact that you're physically present.
But could you be wrong?
About what? Christians being murdered?
No, about the fact that the police presence reinforces.
Yes.
That.
Totally.
But you are my son, my dear, and the Lord knows it is coming from the bottom of my heart. I'll always pray for you and for whoever was behind this act. In the name of my Jesus, I forgive you, I love you, and I will always pray for you.